Hello again, and welcome back to our series on corporate travel. I am Kirill Stati, Managing Director of Travel Tech at AltexSoft. If you have been following along, we have explored the complexities of corporate travel, diving into topics like TMCs, distribution, and online booking tools. Today, we are tackling another crucial piece of the corporate travel puzzle: travel and expense systems, or T&E for short. These systems are the unsung heroes that ensure that every dollar spent on business travel is accounted for, and that companies can track and manage these expenses efficiently. So, buckle up as we explore how T&E systems transform corporate travel. To understand why travel and expense systems have become indispensable for today's corporate travel, let's take a brief look at their history. For decades, businesses tried to solve the problem with expense tracking. Before the 60s, managing travel expenses was a manual process. As employees traveled and spent money, they collected paper receipts. Upon arrival, they submitted those receipts for reimbursement, and corporate finance teams spent hours sorting through piles of paperwork to calculate and reconcile expenses. This process was time-consuming, error-prone, and inefficient. As business travel boomed in the 60s, so did the need for better financial control and transparency. Companies started looking for solutions that could streamline this process. Another approach was to issue a corporate credit card specifically for business travel. Amex pioneered those cards in 1966, and by the 70s, Amex launched the first expense tracking systems for corporate credit cards. While by today's standards they were rather primitive, these early systems did provide centralized billing and management reports. They didn't, however, fully solve the problem of manual expense reporting. Real travel-specific expense systems started to flourish with the rise of the internet. These were automated platforms designed to track, manage, and report travel expenses in one place. The first T&E systems appeared in the early 90s, with the advent of Concur in 1993. Over the following years, such well-known players as Embarrass and Agencia were formed. Their tools were basic, but revolutionary back then. As technology advanced, so did their capabilities. Today, they're fully integrated platforms that manage expenses, enforce travel policies, ensure compliance, and even help with budgeting and forecasting. With the rise of cloud technology and mobile solutions, today's T&E systems have become even more powerful and user-friendly. Employees can now submit expenses on the go, using their smartphones to scan receipts, while finance teams have real-time visibility into spending, allowing for quicker approvals and reimbursements. These advancements have made T&E systems an essential part of corporate travel, ensuring that the financial side of business travel runs smoothly and efficiently. So, what exactly makes up a travel and expense system? Let's break down the key components that make this platform so valuable to corporations. Expense tracking and management. The ability to track and manage expenses is at the core of any T&E system. This includes capturing all travel-related costs, from flights and hotels to meals and ground transportation. These expenses are then categorized, ensuring that companies have a clear picture of where their money is going. Policy integration and compliance. One of the biggest challenges in corporate travel is ensuring that employees follow the company's travel policies. T&E systems help with this by integrating these policies directly into the booking and expense processes. Suppose an employee tries to book a flight or hotel outside of the company's guidelines or outside their own profile. In that case, the system will flag it for review, ensuring compliance and reducing the risk of overspending. Automation of expense reporting and reimbursement. Gone are the days of manually filling out expense reports. T&E systems automate this process, making it easy for employees to submit their expenses and for finance teams to approve them. This automation speeds up the reimbursement process, keeping employees happy and reducing the administrative burden on the finance department. VAT tracking and returns. VAT stands for value-added tax. If you are not a resident of a country, you can expect to get the VAT amount back as you leave the country. It could be a substantial savings for companies. The problem is that every country that has VAT has its own reclaiming regulations, and that makes tracking and retrieving these amounts from government complex. And that's why many T&E systems offer automatic VAT tracking and even generate invoicing documents for each country. Advanced analytics. One of the most powerful features of modern T&E systems is their ability to generate detailed reports. By analyzing travel and expense data, these systems provide actionable insights that help companies optimize their travel policies and spending. For example, finance teams can identify spending patterns, highlight areas where savings can be achieved, and even forecast future travel expenses. These analytics also support compliance monitoring, helping companies ensure that their travel policies are being followed throughout the organization. IRS compliance and reporting. Another critical aspect of travel and expense systems is ensuring compliance with tax regulations, such as the IRS guidelines for business expenses. For US-based companies, properly categorizing and documenting business expenses is a must to stay compliant with IRS rules. T&E Systems help by automating the tracking and classification of deductible expenses, ensure that the right documentation is available in case of an audit. For example, the IRS requires detailed records for travel-related expenses, including receipts and the business purpose of each trip. By streamlining the collection of this information, T&E Systems make it easier for the companies to comply with tax regulations and avoid penalties. This feature not only supports internal financial processes, but also ensures that companies are prepared to meet external regulatory requirements. Virtual credit cards. Another recent and rather innovative feature in travel and expense systems is the support of virtual credit cards. Unlike traditional plastic ones, virtual cards can be generated for specific business trips, addressing the traveler's unique needs while ensuring compliance with company policies. For example, a virtual card can be preloaded with a specific limit, tailored to cover the expenses of a particular trip. It can also be configured to work only with certain types of vendors like airlines, hotels, or restaurants, ensuring that spending stays within policy guidelines. This also adds an extra layer of security, as the virtual card can be restricted to specific dates, time of the day, and transaction types, minimizing the risk of fraud. Virtual credit cards have become a powerful tool for both finance teams and travelers. They simplify payment process, eliminate the need for physical corporate cards, and make tracking and reconciling expenses easier. As T&E systems continue to evolve, virtual cards are likely to become even more integral to the corporate travel ecosystem. Now that we have covered the basics, let's look at some of the leading T&E systems that are making waves in the corporate travel space. One of the most widely used platforms, SAP Concur, offers a comprehensive suite of tools that integrate travel booking, expense tracking, and compliance management. It's a favorite among large enterprises for its robust features and scalability. Known for its simplicity and ease of use, Expensify is popular with small to medium-sized businesses. It offers powerful receipt scanning and automated expense reporting, making it a go-to solution for companies looking for a more user-friendly experience. Another strong player in the T&E space, Certify, focuses on seamless expense management with features like automatic receipt capture and policy enforcement. It's particularly favored by companies that want a balance of ease of use and powerful reporting tools. With so many expense management solutions worth consideration, here are some other notable options: Bill, File, Agencia, Emburse, Mesh Payments, Navan, Ramp, Raidu, Spendesk, TravelBank, TravelPerk, WeGoPro, Zoho Expense, and many others. These platforms have become real game changers for corporations looking to streamline their travel expense management processes. The variety of tools allows businesses of all sizes to choose the one that meets their particular needs, while ensuring that the company controls their travel budgets effectively. But T&E software, as usual for corporate travel, is never only about expense management. In the last video, I talked about OBTs, online booking tools, that help business travelers book their trips while following corporate policies. As the corporate travel landscape evolves, we see an increasing overlap between travel and expense systems and online booking tools. In fact, many T&E systems are adopting OBT-like capabilities, allowing travelers to book their trips directly within the expense platform. Conversely, some OBTs are adding expense tracking features, blurring the lines between these two. Why is this happening? The answer lies in the desire for better travel experience. Companies are looking for the solutions that integrate booking, policy enforcement, and expense tracking all in one place, reducing the need for multiple platforms. This convergence helps streamline workflows, minimizes potential errors, and enhances compliance. However, it's important to recognize the core differences. OBTs are primarily designed for booking travel and managing itineraries, while T&E systems focus on tracking and managing expenses. Even as these platforms begin to merge, there is still going to be an emphasis on one over the other, so companies should carefully consider their specific needs. Looking to the future, we expect to see even more integration between these two types of systems. Like any other technology, T&E systems have their own set of challenges and disadvantages. One common issue is the initial implementation. Integrating a T&E system with the existing travel booking platforms and company finance systems can be really complex and time-consuming, especially if a corporation has used a particular ecosystem for years. Another challenge is ensuring that employees adopt the new system. Change management is key here. Employees must understand the system's benefits and how to use it effectively. So companies should invest in training, communication, and ongoing support to enable smooth transition. What are the strategic directions for further growth of expense management software? Let's name a subjective few. A broader integration between OBTs and expense management. The ultimate goal is a unified platform that provides a comprehensive travel management experience, from booking to expense reconciliation to disruption management, all in a single interface. This leads me to the next point. Connectivity. I believe that the API economy and further connectivity will only grow. This means that we'll see a complete ecosystem of booking and expense management systems communicating with booking channels, supplier systems, activity systems, you name it. Real-time policy adjustments. As I mentioned in my OBT video, sometimes automated policy adherence may leave you without options, and you still need an agent's involvement to book your trip. The same goes for expense management systems. A rigid spending policy may lead to no options at all. Rapid data analysis and policy adjustment can address that. If you must travel, but there are no flights available in the policy-approved budget, sometimes the policy needs changing. To wrap things up, travel and expense systems are an integral part of modern corporate travel management. They bring together expense tracking, policy compliance, and automation in a way that simplifies the process for both employees and finance teams. With the right system in place, companies can make sure every dollar spent on business travel is accounted for, while employees can focus on what really matters, getting the job done. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the world of corporate travel. Safe travels, and we'll see you again in the next video.